dark winter day, the room was only a cat and a computer. A knock on the door revealed an old friend. She said, "Hi," and came in. I knew it wasn't her. She left a long time ago. I lived in my house, waiting for her to come back. I met her in high school. We were in a computer class. We were paired up as partners. She had long hair that she dyed pink, and wore pink a lot. I didn't want to talk with her a lot, or a lot of people for that matter. I saw her and didn't want to be around her much. She was energetic and talked too much. We talked for a little while, but only for schoolwork. After a while, we became friends. She was so nice, and not having a lot of friends, felt good to have friends to do stuff with. My other friends were always busy. We made photos we both liked in class, like cute yet creepy Jeff or cute and scary dog. She loved the smile I put on it. We even had fun playing Gary. Well, on my computer at least. I later bought it for her so we could play it together and make photos together. After a few months, we went to see a movie. We had a problem deciding between a movie, but soon agreed to the movie. What was it called? Brave. Yeah, that was it. We got popcorn first, then we went to the movie. We found seats and we sat down and began to enjoy the movie. We enjoyed it and reached for the popcorn, and our hands met together. She giggled and I blushed. We kept our hands together for a while, then took our hands out of the popcorn bag and put them back together and sat there for the rest of the movie. Over the next few days, we developed relationships. I could never have been any happier. Well, in a couple days later, we got a grade for the class we both been in, and we both got an A. The teacher asked if we'd like to change partners. We looked at each other and said no, when we wanted to stay partners. We kissed and went to my house after school. At the end of the year, things changed, for the worst actually. We were planning to go to the same college. She never looked too happy or as happy as she always was when I brought up the subject. Well, at the end of the year, she told me her parents were moving somewhere in Idaho, I think. Somewhere. I dropped my books that were in my hand, and then my eyes wiped. Sadness. I asked her why was she going. She said that she needed to take care of her mother. Help her mother with some work and to help me move. And that was college there. She always dreamed of going to an art school. I never understood why she wanted to go to an art school. I mean, I could just teach her. Well, sadly I couldn't go with her because I had already agreed to go to the one in my town. I told her I'd give it up and go with her. She said, "No, I can't do that to you. You have a long life you need to live here. Please," I interrupted her. She said, "Are you breaking up with me?" She said, "No, we can have a long-distance relationship." I replied, "They don't always work. The couples get desperate and does things to end the relationship with another person. Catch my drift." I wasn't too happy at the idea that we might have a longer distance relationship. She grabbed my hand and said, "I would never do that to you." She got closer to me, still holding my hand, and continued with, "You're the only one for me." She kissed me, let go of my hand, and left. In 2 weeks, she was gone. We did FaceTime every night, every once in a while. Then, like once every 2 weeks. Then once a month. Then never. I felt alone. We hadn't talked for about 4 weeks. Well, after the 4 weeks, she sent me a message saying she was coming to visit. She came, and I will leave out what happened, since it's not pornography. Let's just say it started as soon as she got to my new home. She left 2 weeks later. Then we chatted every night before bed. 4 months later, I couldn't believe what happened. I was informed that she was hit by a car. A man was supposed to get hit by the car, but as she was moving across the street, he pushed her out of the way and she was struck by the car and presumed dead when she hit the ground. I just lost it after that. I went to her town, then I went to the funeral, and after a while, I came home and never left my house. Never. My other friends tried to get me out. Said that I had to let it go, and that there were plenty of other people out there. I would just tell them to leave me alone for a while, and never left the house. I'd been in my house for so long, I actually grew a beard. Well, one day I was sitting in my chair, staring at a wall, thinking of what life could have happened there. It always hurt me to think about it, but I couldn't just not think about it. Well, as I was sitting there, I heard footsteps. I turned, and I didn't really care who it was, nor did I care what they were going to do. My friend, or some stranger. I really just lost hope after that. Well, I looked at the man. It was a tall man in a suit, completely bald, and the strangest part, yet I didn't really notice, was the fact he had no face. He spoke, but I didn't know how. In fact, he had no mouth. He told me he could get her back. I asked him, "Oh really? How would you do that?" I asked with skepticism, a word both her and I made up. He told me not to worry about it. He said for my first assignment, I was to kill the man that killed her. I asked him, "What does this have to do with you? Are you just doing this so you could get me out of the house, or is this just some stupid prank?" I thought it was my friend Sean. Sean always loved pulling pranks, and he always did that to make people feel better. So did she. He said that this man had seen him when he wasn't supposed to be seen, and that the man had to be killed, and that if he'd killed him, someone else would see him, and it would just cause problems. He told me to buy a mask, get any long clothes like a hoodie, long pants, and gloves so my DNA wouldn't be caught anywhere and the murder couldn't be traced back to me. He told me that he felt that with all the anger I had bottled up inside me, I'd be able to go back and finish the job, and he trusted me. Well, I went back to her town, not telling anybody where I was going, except that was for a vacation, just to get out of the house. Well, I got to his house, I broke the door down, and he saw me. He reached for a kitchen knife. I knocked it out of his hand, pushed it to the ground, and beat through the life out of him. He looked up at me, and I told him exactly what I was going to do to him. And I told him why I was going to do this to him, or why I should at least. Well, I never did what this man told me to do. I never killed him. He trusted me. I told him to fake his death and leave town. Never to come back. So I had never seen him. I finished the job. Well, 4 months later, I received a message from my friend, who died. She told me that there was a way I could transfer from my college to her college. We could always be together, forever. After a while, I was so happy, knowing not only the fact that I was going to be back with her, but the fact that, well, the best part of all this is, I'm probably the only one ever to have fooled the Slender Man.